always remember, even though the times may change, I won't corrupt, said it, nigga. And I'm calling out names. All y'all.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Glenn Lawrence, and I'm back with another one. Man, today I got to do two though. See, I got a twofer for you guys, and you know me, I'm all about coming correct. If we're gonna say something, we're gonna be about something. We need to present facts. We need to come correct. And if there's people not coming correct, I'm gonna call them out. Everybody knows that. At the end of the day, if you're not coming out correct, I'll call you out. And so that's exactly what's gonna happen.
What does have to do with me is when you start making comments in the chat and you chose not to read them.
Correct.
Okay?
Yeah.
You didn't clear it with me.
Right.
I wasn't like, no, don't read his chats.
Right.
I think Rollo contributed what? Like
I think it was like $60.
$60?
$50, yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna ruin a show or you're not gonna ruin a show
Right.
or have someone be completely uncomfortable for $60.
Let's not just be so quick to move on. We need to cover something here, all right? Because this actually is part of the problem. And that is the way Natalia explained the super chats. Natalia, nobody is paying money to send a chat for people in the chat to read. Okay, because you understand that people in the chat could read all the chats because they're all in there. People are paying for super chats to get you to acknowledge them, get you to read them. That's what they're paying them for. They're not paying for other people in the chat to read them because they're already going to be read. If people are in the chat and they're chatting away, they're looking at the messages. They're responding to the messages that are in the chat. Now, you guys are busy because you guys are doing the show. You can't keep track of every single, message, right? So for people to want to get your attention and get you to, respond to a message, they pay for that shit. And that costs them their good, hard-earned money. You, at time for super chat time, you take out the phone and guess what? You read the super chats. Beating Cheek says, "Hi, Nat." And then you go, "Hi, Beating Cheeks." So you do this. This is something that you do. This is part of this agreement between the viewer and you, where the viewer pays you money to answer or address something that they're saying in the chat. All right. But so when you fail to do what you're supposed to do, because they paid, they were getting your attention, obviously, and you chose not to address the questions. And yes, if you want to say Rollo's was $60, that's fine. If Rollo's just totaled $60, so be it. But see, Rollo wasn't the only one asking a whole lot of questions. Because I've seen guys drop $100, $50 in super chats, and they're asking very similar questions. They were asking about the case in Las Vegas that involved a woman that was not treated properly. Okay, and you didn't want to address it. If you choose that you're not going to read the super chats because you don't feel a certain way, you don't feel comfortable, Natalia, in reading these super chats because, one, you don't really know what it's about, but you're reading things and you're seeing words that are like, oh my gosh, you're caught off guard, right? And you don't want to read them. No one can force you to. But don't you think that you do have the obligation to tell your viewers that they should stop sending in the super chats? That way they don't have to, so that way they don't have to keep on wasting their money. Because, I mean, let's face it, you were taking their money still. but not answering their questions. Is that okay? Because apparently Natalia thinks it's okay. I mean, because Natalia even said, like, you know, you guys are still being able to read the super chats in the chat. Well, that's not what they're for. How are you guys going to address your fans who paid for super chats that you guys did not read because they paid for a service that you failed to do intentionally? I would love to know your remedy for that.